There's been another completely isolated incident, completely disconnected from reality in every other sense of the word, and from which we can't deduce absolutely anything about the conservative political movement. An Arkansas political staffer's cat was slain, and a political message was scrawled across its body. Now, when I read this story, Lewis, I didn't need to read any further to find out what was the political affiliation of the victim and what was the political affiliation of the perpetrator. We knew right away. We knew right away that it was a conservative and/or Republican who was taking out the cat, violently so, of a Democratic staffer. And as it always is, I read the story, and that's the way it was.
Yep.
Okay. Jake Burris, who was Ken Aiden's campaign manager, came back home with his kids, and they were getting out of their car. This is in Arkansas. And one of the children discovered that their family cat was dead on the front porch, and the word liberal was written across the animal's fur. Okay. I mean, you know, what can you say?
Why does this never happen with the other party?
Is this terrorism? It's a threat, plain and simple. It's designed to scare the family, to create terror. I mean, yeah, it's basically right-wing terrorism, I would say.
A very what's the word?
Lewis is about to say, I know what Lewis is about to say. This is a very light form of terror, or something along those lines.
I guess light. Yeah, I guess light is the word.
Right. We'll expect a lot of email about that comment.
I mean, if you haven't, I'm not obviously not in favor of killing animals in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Except for the ones I eat, I guess. But if there are no humans hurt, I mean, if the goal wasn't to try and actually deal physical harm to any people.
Well, no, but you can't go by that, because if someone is capable of taking someone's pet, right? This isn't, not that it would be better if this was a random stray cat, but if someone is capable of getting someone's pet from their home and doing this, it is not a very big leap of faith to say that it would at least be within the realm of possibility to harm a human person. There's no question.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I would say the mentality here clearly exists for there to be some type of attack on people.
Well, Patrick sent me an email that was relevant to this, and he says, hey guys, I tend to feel that there's very little difference between the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, but when you read a headline that says politician's cat killed and spray painted with a message, you don't even have to check the political party of the victim. You know it's a Democrat. So while there may not usually be much difference between the politicians and the party, the difference between the worldviews of the voters themselves is enough for me to vote Democratic. And that's really pretty well said, because it's true that we can sit here and we can say Democrats and Republicans are both beholden to basically the same corporate interests. They are basically operating in the same structure, that neither one of them wants to give up the current campaign finance system because it's what got them in power, et cetera, et cetera. But here's some social differences which are significant. When you look at the voters and who follows these types of ideologies, that has to be a factor when you consider who you're going to vote for. What company are you keeping in terms of who else supports the candidate you support is a fair discussion to have. It has to be.
Right. Not amongst the politicians themselves, of course, but amongst the other voters, yeah.